Claudia. How are you?
Good, good. Excited about the walk today. How are you feeling about it?
I feel so strange not walking with people. So
I know, I get it. I mean, the Seattle walk was the first walk I went to when I started working for CTF, and you were the second person I met from the NF community there. And at least it's good that we're doing it virtually, and families from all over Washington can participate.
I agree. That is the greatest thing that's happening this year. But I'm hoping next year we all can be together and we all can walk together.
But we're going to celebrate as best we can, even if we're a little bit separate, because there's a lot to celebrate this year. I mean, as we're going to hear more today, the FDA approved the first ever treatment for NF, selumetinib, which is just huge news for the NF community, and I know important to you as well, right, Layla?
It is. It's really important to me. I'm on the adult trial at NIH for selumetinib. So I'm excited that it's been approved for use in pediatric use. So I'm hoping within the next couple of years it will be approved for adults. I know it's been effective for me. I had one of my tumors shrink by 20%. I'm so excited about that. Um, my biggest fear was if that tumor doesn't shrink, I would eventually end up having surgery on that. It's actually my left leg, so I thought eventually I'm gonna have surgery on it, and I might lose the use of my leg, which is really, really scary to me. I'm somebody who's active and who doesn't like to sit around. So if you talk to my family, they will say that they will describe me as somebody who can never sit still. So, that was kind of scary part to me. But now that it's shrinking, I am excited that I might not need surgery, and that's my biggest goal, not to have any more surgery. So that's why I'm excited about it. So
I know how much selumetinib has changed the lives of so many families, and it's just
right.
so powerful to see it changing your life too. Even if like right now it's on a clinical trial, like that means the world. I think there's a lot of good news coming our way. But I love also that you always talk about how NF hasn't like even though obviously it's had its challenges, it doesn't define you. Um, I feel like there's been some funny stories from your parents and just growing up, and NF is not a part of it.
And no, NF was never part of it. My dad was a physician, and he never believed in limitation for anybody. And if I would get bad grade, it was like, well, did you study? Nope, you didn't. So you better study next time. You better get the A next time. Um, my parents were I was born and raised in Iran, and so they brought me here when I was 16, and I had to go to high school here, and they never saw me as never saw my NF as a disability. They always thought, oh, so you have NF, so what? Your brothers did it, your sisters did it, so get up and do what you can. So I have always have appreciated that my parents did that for me. So I have always told parents that never make NF as an excuse for your kids. If your kids, have a learning disability, get them the help they need, but never make that their excuse. So let them challenge themselves. So that's always been my motto.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's has been always my motto. If I cannot do something, I'll try and try until I can get it done. So
Well, it was great catching up. I think we're gonna go out there and walk and start the walk program.
thank you, and let's get out there and walk. Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here this morning. My name is Layla Ghassemi. I'm the organizer for this year's virtual Seattle Shine a Light NF Walk. By just being here, you are showing your support for Children's Tumor Foundations to end NF. The Shine a Light NF Walk is the signature fundraising campaign for CTF, bringing neurofibromatosis out of the shadows and inspiring the community to come together to raise crucial funds for NF research. These advancements has not only given us hope, but also proved that a treatment of neurofibromatosis is possible. To share a little about these advancements, I'd like to introduce Claudia, our CTF staff partner.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you, Layla, for the introduction. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Claudia, and I am one of the Shine a Light Walk managers for CTF and the Seattle staff lead. There are not enough words to describe what the Seattle NF community means to me. The Seattle Walk was the first walk I attended last year when I started working for CTF, and I feel incredibly grateful that I've gotten to work with this year's planning committee. Thank you, Layla, Elizabeth, Dan, Andrea, and Krista. You have been incredible supporters of CTF during a very challenging year, but our work is not done, and we need your support now more than ever so that we can find treatments for all types of NF. So thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for your support of CTF. This year, the Seattle Shine a Light Walk hopes to raise $25,000, and we have until December to reach our goal. So if you have any questions or ideas you'd like to brainstorm or talk through, please reach out. I'd be happy to help. And now back to Layla, who's going to introduce you to our special guests this morning.
We are honored to have two honorary chairs here this morning with us. First, we will be joined by Dr. Amy Sato, who is the Medical Director of Neurofibromatosis Program at Children's Hospital. And then we will be joined by Dr. John Hansen, who is the Director of the new Adult NF Clinic at Swedish Medical Center. Please join me in welcoming them both. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the NF Virtual Walk hosted by Children's Tumor Foundation in Seattle, Washington. My name is Dr. Amy Sato, and I am the Medical Director of Seattle Children's NF Program. I wanted to welcome all of our participants today. Thank you so much for joining us and taking the time out of your schedule. We are very excited to be supporting the NF community with you and helping to raise funds for the continuation of care and research for all of those with NF. It's an exciting time right now for the NF community. I wanted to share with you some of the great advances that have been going on this year. Very notably, selumetinib was FDA approved as the first medical therapy approved for neurofibromatosis type 1. This MEK inhibitor has shown great efficacy in stabilization and shrinkage of plexiform neurofibromas associated with NF1. And I think it's such an exciting time right now to think about all the possible ways that MEK inhibitors can be used by our patients with NF in the future. Children's Tumor Foundation has been so integral in the support of the care and the research that is so important for our community. And I wanted to very much thank them for all of their contributions. Looking into the future, I'm really excited to know that there are so many more advances that are to come for all of our patients with NF, particularly also looking at our patients with NF2, which has been historically a very hard to medically treat condition. I'm really hopeful that in the near future that we will also have available therapeutics for this very important patient population as well. Thank you very much for sharing your time today with us for the Shine a Light virtual NF walk. I hope that we can all work together for the betterment of our kids' futures and to pass things along regarding the care for our adults with NF. I'm going to pass things to Dr. John Hansen from the Swedish Hospital.
Hello, I'm Dr. John William Henson, Director of the Swedish Neurofibromatosis Center here in Seattle, Washington. I'd like to give a hearty welcome to all of this year's virtual walkers. At the Swedish Neurofibromatosis Center, our motto is whole syndrome, whole family. And what we mean by that is that we try to take care of all of the issues of adult neurofibromatosis patients, and we extend that care to all affected family members over the age of 18. As you probably know, the Children's Tumor Foundation has been responsible for a number of important advances this year. Perhaps the most significant was the FDA approval of selumetinib for patients with plexiform neurofibromas. Another important development this year is the start of the adult clinical program with CTF, and we at Swedish Neurofibromatosis Center are part of that adult program. Other important developments in the Swedish Neurofibromatosis Center include opening of the Springwork Therapeutics trial of a new MEK1/2 inhibitor for plexiform neurofibromas in adults. In conclusion, we're thankful to be part of the first ever Seattle Virtual Shine a Light Walk.
Thank you so much, Dr. Henson and Dr. Sato, and thank you for all the work you do for the NF community. This morning, I'd like to introduce our child honorary hero for this year's walk. Her name is Colette Brown, but she goes by Coco. The Queen Bees are a new team to the Seattle community, but they participated in their first Shine a Light Walk last year in San Diego. We're so excited to have them join the Seattle NF community. I'll turn it over to Violet, Coco's mom, so she can tell you about their journey.
Good morning. My name is Violet Brown, and this is my daughter Colette Brown, and we are so thankful to be a part of the first ever virtual Seattle Shine a Light on NF Walk. Our story is that our daughter Colette was diagnosed with NF at the age of 9 months by Children's Hospital of Orange County. We walk to support CTF, 1, to spread awareness, 2, to meet other families, and 3, it's always nice to have a support system. We encourage our friends and family to please continue to walk for CTF and shine a light on NF for children all over the world.
Thank you, Violet and Coco, for sharing your story with us, and welcome to the Seattle NF community. Next up, I'm proud to introduce our adult honorary hero for this year's walk. Her name is Grace Nasiaka, and I'll turn it over to Grace so she can tell you guys a little bit more about her.
Good morning, everyone. As this year's adult honorary speaker, I'm excited to speak to you today. I was born with a lot of challenges and spent a lot of time in the hospital and therapy appointments and doctor appointments. And when I was about 3-ish, I started developing more symptoms of NF, but it was a time before blood tests. And so I was 5 or 6 when I was finally diagnosed with NF. At that point, I had Cafe spots, short stature, speech impediment, and some learning delays. Every year going to the hospital, I always enjoyed my NF appointments. Cincinnati Children's. I loved seeing Oscar the Grouch and spending time in the cafeteria at the end of my appointments. When I was 12, it was my first time going to NF camp, and it was the first time I met people who also had NF, and it was such a neat experience for me to be able to meet people who kind of understood what I was going through, and I was able to learn more about the disorder that I have. I am living on my own. My family lives across the country, and I'm going to school full-time, working full-time as a preschool teacher, and I'm getting my associates next month. And I am still deciding if I'm going to go on with my bachelor's degree in the fall. And I just feel like I've come a long way, and that I kind of showed my teachers in elementary school that I can do it. I'm excited to be part of the Seattle's first virtual walk. And
Thank you, Grace, for sharing your story with us today. Your preschoolers are so lucky to have you. And thank you for reminding us why we're here today, to celebrate you and all of our NF heroes. I'd like to take this moment to thank all of those teams that raised $500 or more. They each received a mission sign graphic you might have seen on social media. So congratulations to Team Layla, Team Fighting Vikings, and Team O&O, a new team this year. We're so excited to have them be a part of the walk. I'd also like to thank Swedish Medical Center for being a Shine a Light Hero sponsor, and Kids Up Towing for being a Friend of the Walk sponsor. It is because of supporters like you that we are confident we will find a cure. Thank you for being a part of our team. As I mentioned on my welcome, the FDA approval of Koselugo or selumetinib has been a major milestone for our community. So I am now lucky to introduce Catalea Castanon, this wonderful lady who's going to tell us a little bit about her experience and what being on Koselugo means to her.
Hi, Kit Kat. Can you tell me what your name is?
My name is Catalay Castanon, and I have neurofibromatosis, and I was diagnosed with my first chemo when I was 2 years old.
Your first tumor when you were 2.
My first tumor when I was 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But my second chemo didn't work very well, so that's why I'm taking this chemo.
Yeah, can you show me the chemo? Let me see. What happens at 8 o'clock?
My chemo starts. I take it two times a day.
Yep.
One in the morning.
Here, I'll switch you. Okay. You can take this chemo. Okay. So take your chemo.
This is my chemo. It's blue, and sometimes sometimes it makes me have tummy aches, but you guys are gonna see me take it like on the first day. So what I do is I put it in my mouth like this, then I drink my water. And then I swallow it, and now I'm all done.
So you've been on this chemo for 10 days. Can you tell everybody what it's like to be on this chemo?
It's okay, but sometimes in the morning it gives me some tummy aches.
It gives you some tummy aches. And what do you do to take care of your tummy aches?
I watch my Kindle to help me stop thinking about it. I just watch sometimes PBS Kids or
something. So tell me about the chemo that you're on. Are you the first person to ever take the chemo here? First kid?
Mm-hmm, in Seattle.
In Seattle? What is that like?
It's okay. And
what do you have to tell kids that have to take the same chemo after you do? What advice would you give them?
You don't need to be afraid, because we can get through it together, and we're strong, and there's lots of doctors who are taking very good care of us, and we have MRIs sometimes. Mm-hmm. And the reason why we do that is because so they can know if our tumors are growing or getting tinier.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to say to kids with NF?
You can get through it, guys, together, because you guys are strong, you guys are brave, and you guys can use it with courage to get through it together. And I have something to show you guys that also can help me see.
No, let's just say goodbye now, okay? Can you say Can you say goodbye now and say thank you?
Bye bye.
Thank you for your donations.
Thank you for your donations.
And thank you for helping us end NF.
Thank you for helping us end NF. And bye bye.
Thank you, Catalea, for your warm message to all of our NF heroes tuning in. And what a great reminder as to why we're here today, to raise awareness and the critical funds needed so we can find treatments for all types of NF. Please remember to go to shinealightwalk.org/Seattle2020 to make your donation and help us end NF. Even though we aren't physically together today, we still encourage every one of you to go out there and walk and celebrate in your own way. Next up, we have the Nilsson family, also known as the Fighting Vikings, and they're going to tell us what they're doing today to celebrate.
Hi, we're the Fighting Vikings.
I'm Hans.
I'm Elizabeth.
This is Oscar.
And this is Marcus.
We're the Fighting Vikings.
So Oscar was diagnosed with NF type 1 when he was 2 months old, and we had never heard of it. So we quickly started researching and looking for answers and found the Children's Tumor Foundation. It's been a blessing that has helped us, and we're doing our part to help raise awareness to find a cure to end NF.
Today is Seattle NF Walk. We're coming to you virtually this year from Kitsap Memorial State Park.
One of the ways that you can spread awareness today is to get out in your CTF gear. Tell people what NF is and what CTF is all about. Make sure that you are sharing everything on social media today. Pictures, videos, show us your heroes.
Thank you so much, Nilsson family, or the Fighting Vikings, for sharing your ideas, and I'm so glad you get to celebrate at Kitsap Memorial State Park today. We cannot wait how everyone else celebrates today, so please, please, please send us your photos and videos. We know that the walk is about our NF heroes and finding a cure so that we can end NF. And although we can't gather for a group photo this morning, before we walk, we still want to celebrate all those NF heroes participating in the walk. We know they are why we walk and why we will end NF. So please enjoy a slideshow of all of the NF heroes participating in this year's walk. And although we obviously celebrate our NF heroes, I want to also celebrate the other heroes of these stories. The ones taking on the medical appointments, the MRIs, and the countless of tests. I think we can all agree that we cannot celebrate our NF heroes without celebrating their incredible parents. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We have come to the end of the program. So after we're in here this morning, we encourage all of you to go walk and wear your CTF gear. Please join us in showing your support and raising awareness on all of your social media channels. Don't forget to tag us at ShineAlightNFWalk or use the hashtag endNF. We will be sharing pictures and videos on the event page all day long. While I am not physically in Seattle today, please know that I'll be thinking of you when I go on my walk. So let's get walking.
10!
9! What number?
8! 7! 6! Ah, baby!
4, 3,
2, 1.
go!